Hi everybody, it's Kerrie Ann. Just wanted to say hi and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about Lisa Snyder. Possibly one of the worst mothers ever. She murdered her 2 children, allegedly, and had sex with her dog. Yuck, allegedly. So we're going to talk about her and what went on there. So please strap in, get some snacks, get a glass of wine, because God knows you're going to need it for this one. And subscribe and like, and please feel free to comment on this one. Please, but be nice if you can. And get ready for this one. All right, guys, let's get into it. So I will be looking down at my notes because I want to get this all right. I don't want to make any mistakes or get any information wrong, so I will be looking down at my notes, so I apologize for that. But yeah, anyways, let's get into it. Lisa Snyder murdered her 2 children and had sexual relations with her dog, allegedly. Anyways, let's do a little background. So, she lived in Pennsylvania, Albany Township, Pennsylvania, with her 3 children. Daughter Brinley, son Connor, and an unnamed son, 17-year-old son. The 2 that she ended up murdering were Brinley and Connor. A lot of stuff came out saying that Connor, the younger son, would come to her and say that he's being bullied at school, but nobody had really said anything else to her. Nobody from the school came to her saying that he's being bullied. He always seemed to have friends. He never even mentioned that he was being bullied. His older brother, the unnamed sibling, said that he never, he had asked Connor about being bullied. Nothing like that came up. So we don't know really where Lisa got this from, that Connor was being bullied. So we're not really sure where this came up. To continue with the background, Lisa, she's a single mom of these 3 children. She's been unemployed for about 5 years, and then was arrested for these murders. Let's talk about the 911 call. So the 911 call came in on September 23rd, 2019 at 4:30 p.m. The report said that she found her 2 children hanging in the basement of their home. As the first responders rushed to the scene, the fire captain inquired about the safety of the scene, making sure that when they came in to get the children, that it was safe, because he thought it was some type of maybe robbery or something, allegedly. He wanted to make sure the scene was safe. Because he didn't really understand how, like, the children could have ended up hung. He wasn't really understanding how that happened. Lisa mentioned that her 8-year-old son had been bullied, like we had just talked about, but didn't understand, or not didn't understand, but that he had been bullied. Saying this to his mom, Lisa, had been saying that he, has been bullied, but he also wanted to kill himself, but he didn't want to do it alone. So then when she came home and she saw that he was hung and his sister was hung, that he had done this to not only himself, he also hung his sister so they could die together. So it was said when the EMS got to the scene that what they observed was that the children were hanging from the support beam in the basement, hanging from a dog lead, 3 feet apart. And the dog lead was purchased by Lisa a few days earlier, and it was able to hold the weight of about 250 pounds. Now, her son, and this is why the whole bullying thing came up, her son was a little overweight. So he was said to have weighed about 150 pounds. And then Brinley was about 40 pounds. So it was wrapped around the support beam and then wrapped around the children's neck. They were unsure on how they were able to get up and then support themselves, because he was also not good with heights. So they could not understand how he could then pick up his sister, get her up on the stool, get it around her neck. Sorry if this is too gruesome or whatever, but get the lead around her neck, wrap it, and then get it exactly 3 feet to where he needed to be, and then him get up on his stool, and then do the same exact thing and have the exact length that he would need for him to then knock the stool out from under him, and then ending his own life. They couldn't understand how he would get to that, and especially not being, he was afraid of heights, and he didn't, was scared of all that. So they were really, wondering how this could have happened. So the whole time while the EMS and everything is there, Lisa didn't stay downstairs in the basement. She stayed outside on the telephone. If it was me and it was my children, I would be downstairs with my children, because the EMS said that they were still alive. They had not died. So they immediately started to do CPR, try to work on them to, get them okay so then they could be transported to the hospital. If it was my child, I'm sorry, I would be down there. So I would be the first person that they would see, maybe after the EMS or whatever, to give them comfort. But Lisa was upstairs, and she was talking on the phone. We don't know to who specifically, but she was talking on the phone. She was doing this the whole entire time that EMS was there, allegedly. The whole time that they were there and working on her children. So they were then airlifted to Lee Valley Hospital, Cedar Crest. Both children did suffer cardiac arrest, and CPR was needed to resuscitate. After arrival to the hospital, they were both admitted to the pediatric intensive care unit and on full life support. So it's very, very traumatic, and for her to just be on the telephone instead of being there with her children, I think is very sketchy. But whatever. And then on September 26, 2019, both children were pronounced dead. They did have some tests run to see if they had any brain activity, and unfortunately they didn't. So it was, for them to then take them off life support was the next call. So Lisa then decided to take them off life support, which unfortunately I believe it was either a text or a Facebook message she sent to one of her friends, that she decided to pull the plug on her children, which I think is just such a gruesome term to use when you're talking about your children that just went through this horrible thing, this horrible tragedy, and you're saying you pulled the plug on them. I think is just absolutely insane. So I can't get over that. It's just too much for my brain to handle that you would say that about your children. So after all that had happened, they're going back and they're kind of seeing, how would Connor have done this to himself and then his sister? And they're going through, documents and stuff like that, and they figure out that Connor had been going to occupational therapy for multiple reasons. He had lower than average motor planning skills, poor dexterity, poor hand-eye coordination, and the issue with perpetual vision. So in regards to his dexterity, his therapist had said that she believed that there was no way, because the eye loop that it would take for him to hook the leash or the lead to grasp along like either the neck or the beam, he doesn't have the dexterity to do that. So she believes that there's no way that he could have even done that. So who would have done that? There's no way that he could have hooked that to do that, because he doesn't have the dexterity to do that. So there had to have been somebody else that did that. So, and during, or before all this had happened, Lisa had started talking to somebody online, and they got into a really weird, allegedly, type rape relationship, where she would take pictures of herself and send it to this person. However, she would take pictures of not only herself, but the family dog named Boomer, doing inappropriate things to her, sexually inappropriate things to her. And then send these pictures off, saying, "Oh, you won't believe what I got him to do for me, Daddy." Very inappropriate, multiple pictures. It's just very disgusting and disturbing, the things that she did to this dog, had this dog do to her. It was very inappropriate. So this was going on, before the murders and leading up to the murders. That she was, getting into this relationship, doing these things, doing these inappropriate things, and continuing this relationship. And she was getting frustrated that sometimes her children were getting in the way of her communicating with this person online, and it was taking up too much time, being a mother, basically, allegedly, basically with her children, and then having this other life of where she's communicating with this person and she wants to, have this relationship. So it's starting to just get in the way, and she's getting frustrated. And so this is where we're at. So we're at this point where she has this relationship, she has her children, and they're kind of clashing. And she doesn't, know what to do. And she's trying to figure out how to kind of juggle both. Well, then, the day comes where there's now 2 murders. And we've talked about that. And so now we're on to the arrest. Detectives arrested Lisa December 2nd, 2019. She was charged with 2 counts of murder in the 1st degree, endangering the welfare of children, 2 counts of murder in the 3rd degree, sexual intercourse with an animal, cruelty with an animal, and tampering with or fabricating physical evidence. So, it just says it right there. She literally abused her dog Boomer inappropriately. I feel so horrible for this dog. I am an advocate for animals. I love animals, and the fact that she did this to an animal makes me absolutely sick. I have no words really for her for that. And then it goes on to her murdering her children, allegedly, because they were getting in the way of her new lifestyle. It makes me sick. There are people in this world that are literally doing everything they can to have children. People that want animals. People that care about animals. People that their wish has always been to be a mother. And this is what she does. It literally makes me sick to my stomach. And I hope they throw the book at her. You know, I hope she gets it all. I hope she gets guilty on every single one of those charges. It makes me absolutely sick. So, as of right now, her scheduled court date was April 9th of 2021. Honestly, I've been searching for if she, you know, was found guilty or innocent in her case. I haven't seen anything yet. So if you guys know, please leave it down in the description. Because everything that I searched for, it just says that her next hearing was April 9th of 2021. Obviously that's passed. I don't see anything else. It could have been pushed back due to COVID. I don't know, but I haven't seen anything else. So if you guys know anything, please let me know. I've been searching and searching. I can't find anything. But it was said by her lawyers, they kind of filed a thing that said that they wanted the two things to be separated. So her to be tried for the murders and then her to be tried for the sexual intercourse with the dog. So to have two separate trials. I think that was thrown out and they are going to be doing them all together. And that was the April 9th, 2021 trial. So that's where I'm at right now. If you guys know any new information, please let me know down in the comments, not the description, comments. Because I literally, I can't find anything else. So please let me know. Yeah, that's what I have right now. So, I mean, please share what you have, your comments, what you think. I mean, this is just crazy. This woman, I mean, oh, I can't believe, you know, so many people are just dying to have children, dying to have a dog. Like, are you kidding me? And you do this and then you blame it on your own son because he was bullied when he was never bullied. Like, what? Gross. Like, grow up. You sick fuck. Ugh. Makes me sick. It makes me absolutely sick. Sorry, I'm just, oh my God. So anyways, leave your comments below. If you guys have suggestions of cases that you want me to do, also leave those below and then like and subscribe. That's it for now. I guess we'll see you next time. Hopefully I will be on time and I'll post, again, like a week from today, Sunday. I will try my best and post. But you never know, life. But I'll try my best. Okay, have a great night, guys. Bye.